As you can see, the plate is a bit bigger than the frames or the side panels, so the deck need to be trimmed, and that is the plan for today evening. I already did it on the other side of the boat, on the port side. It still need to be now done on this side, so it will be a shitload of work. Today I'm wearing a bit clothes like, yeah, looking weirdo. But the thing is that a couple of years ago I got bitten by these small creatures. I don't know, chicken you call it in English, I guess. And the result was that I got terribly sick about this, and the medical treatment was like getting in the mornings a punch in your face. So therefore I wear this dust suit to avoid that such small sweet creatures can bite me and make me sick again. Okay, that was part one. Simple, easy, quick and fast without any problems. Now the next step comes to make it nice, smooth, trimmed and round. Therefore I have this nice device. My brother was so polite to give it to me for this time that I need it. He's making music and built also some instruments, and therefore you need this kind of device. I don't know how you call it in English, the router or whatever, and that will be the next step. Makes a lot of noise, a lot of dirt, so I will use again my fancy sun diving mask and also the dust mask, and of course ear protection, because it is really noisy with this hole. It's like a drum, so it makes a lot of noise, and I would like to be at home, not screaming to kids to get their attention, but talk to them normally, so it's not only my interest but also in kids' interest to have my ears properly working. Okay, part two, let's start with it. Yeah, I was thinking that I was filming the process of making this corner nice, smooth and round, but it looks like I forgot to switch on the camera. So actually I don't have any footages of this, but as you can see the result is not that bad. It just needs to be sanded a bit, and then will be a bit filler here and there, and then it will be covered with glass fiber, epoxy, and this thing is done as well. Yes, still need to do some part, so let's use now this time this camera to make sure that it is filmed properly. And that's it. That's it. Basically nothing special. Just some small piece of metal that makes the corner nice, smooth and round. Now let's see if the sanding is working. Last week or 2 weeks ago, it was incredible hot here, around 36 degrees, and I was using the sander a bit too much. The problem was that some part where this sanding disc was glued to started to melt off, so now I fixed it and I hope that I can use it to make at least this corner nice, smooth and round. So let's see if this is going to work or not. Recently I had a problem that on this disc from the sanding machine, this nice sanding plates or however you call it did not stick anymore. They always flow off, so the little stuff which keep it there connected did not work properly anymore. So what I did now, I sanded it off actually on the sharp corner of the stone, and now I will put a new one. I bought on the internet a new version where I can put it on. You see here it works properly. On the other side is some glue part. Glue it here on this part and it's done. Before I do it, I will remove the screws, put it on, drill through the holes to make sure that when sanding that it will be also suck off by the vacuum cleaner, that it will be clean and dust free, not flying around me. Yeah, that's all need to be done. Maintenance, repairing, tools, all part of the nice boat building things. So let's do it. And there it is, back installed on the sanding machine. And all in all it just cost around €5, this new sticking disc or however you call it. I was today also in a shop to look for a new one. It would be €50 till €100, depending on how fast, how many rotation in a minute, etc. And actually I'm happy with the small one. It's doing its work properly. It's perfectly, so why should I waste some money if I can have it for €5? And I just need to finish the boat with it. After that I don't need it anymore. I hope it will still last for some other boat projects. And yeah, let's start to sand the corner of the roof, which we made last week. You can see the wood here, the plywood is not properly closed anymore. I don't know what the reason is. Before the winter, before I installed this deck, I primed everything properly with epoxy, but it looks like there was maybe one winter too wet or whatever. But it will now stay for like this for a few days, that it can dry properly again, and then I will cover it up, drank it, put epoxy on it, also some filler, and then put the glass fiber over it to cover this whole corners, and to ensure that there will be no water coming inside and causing some gambling or whatever. So the next step is actually to sand away this primer to make sure that I can put the epoxy and the glass fiber also. So I will remove here, sand here apart and here apart to make sure that the cover will be attached properly to the wood. So that's the next step, but I will quit now with filming and show you the result later on. Now finish a bit the sanding part. As you can see, I removed a part of the primer as well as on this side, so to have possibility to epoxy and glass fiber, glass tape it properly here. Just everything sand it off flat to the wood. Not everywhere, just this part not. This is the butt joint. And yeah, still need to sand here some parts. Still the stripe over here to the end, but so far on this side it's sanded. Here on top it is sanded, and above it is sanded. So I'm pretty happy so far. Another positive thing about this fancy suit is, as you can see, maybe it was in the past, in the beginning, white, but meanwhile it is really just pure dirty grey, brown, whatever shit. So it's now 8 o'clock in the evening. I think I will continue with some other job, and that is the frame for the window. I already started one time, but I was not so happy about the results, so I think I will do it over again and make it this time the way I would like to see it. So I will continue now, and soon will be another update.